Mr. Dirk is back at it again. Today we'll be solving systems of linear equations using elimination!
Oh yeah, and math morning. So the last two lessons we solved systems of linear equations by graphing and substitution. Today we're going to do something called elimination. So here are the steps for doing that. So step number one, make sure that all the variables are lined up. And by lined up, I mean the x's are over the x's, the y's over the y's, and the equal signs over the equal signs. Step two, decide which coefficients you want to cancel out. To cancel out, they must be opposites. And you might have to do a little something like multiplying some of these equations to make this happen. Then you'll add the two equations and solve the new one. The variable should cancel out. Take your answer to steps 3 and substitute it into either the original equations. Write your solution as a coordinate pair of values. So these two are the same as the last two steps from graphing or solving by substitution. Let's just do an example. Let's jump right in, make it a little more concrete. So let's go. Example 1. Solve the linear system using elimination. So let's look at our steps. Step 1. Do you have your x over x, y over y, and equal sign over equal sign? So let's see here. The x is over the x, the y is over the y, the equal sign is over the equal sign, and the constant is over the constant. So step 1, yep, we did it. All right, step number 2. The y's are opposites. Our work here is done. So this is when we want to make things cancel. So these y's, they're opposite. They're going to cancel out. Right? This is negative 4y, that's positive 4y. They will cancel. So what we do, and I don't know if you knew that you could do this, I'm just going to add these two equations together. Put a big plus sign over here and just add. So 3x and 5x, that's going to be 8x. Now we have negative 4y and plus 4y. Like I said, those cancel, they're gone. And now this equals 10 plus 6, that is 16. You might be thinking, oh, is it that easy? It is. So now we need to solve this equation. So this is right here, right? Bam, done. Add two equations, solve the resulting equation. We need to solve for x. So I'm going to divide by 8, divide by 8. That cancels, and x equals 16 divided by 8 is 2. Wow, done. So our x is 2. Now we have to take this answer and plug it into either of these equations. It does not matter which one we use. I'm going to use the bottom one just because there's no negative numbers, and I don't like those. So we have 5x plus 4y equals 6. This says x equals 2, so I'm going to put 2 in for x. 5 times 2 plus 4y equals 6. 5 times 2, that's 10, plus 4y equals 6. All right. What do I do next? What do I do next? I'm going to subtract 10, subtract 10. That cancels. So I'm left with, on this side, 4y, and on this side, 6 minus 10, that is negative 4. Negative 4. And now, last step, I just divide by 4, and y equals negative 1. There we go. So we have y is negative 1, x is negative 2. We write that, remember, as a coordinate pair. We have x, y, and the x is 2. It comes first. The y is negative 1. There we go. This is our answer right here. Bam. 2, negative 1. So just to review, we started off, we said, okay, these are all lined up, and the negative 4y and the plus 4y can cancel. So we canceled them. We added the two equations. We solved for x. We plugged x back in here. That was this step right there. We solved for y, and then we wrote it as a coordinate pair. And we can also test our answer to see if it is right. We can take our answer and plug it in. So this says 3x minus 4y equals 10. If I take the x and y and put it in, see if it works. So the x is 2. 3 times 2 minus the y is negative 1. 4 times negative 1. Does that equal 10? Well, 3 times 2 is 6 minus 4 times negative 1. So 4 times negative 1 is negative 1. So this is going to be a minus a negative 4. I said 4 times 1, that is negative 4. So 6 minus minus 4, does that equal 10? It does. This becomes a plus. 6 plus 4 is 10. I had to check both of my equations, so let me do the second one. 5x is 2 plus 4 times negative 1. Will that equal 6? 5 times 2 is 10. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, so it becomes 10 minus 4. Does that equal 6? It does. So we are good. All right, here's another example. So the first thing you want to do is make sure the x's line up, the y's line up, the equal signs line up, and the constant line up. They do. Now we need to figure out which variable do we want to cancel. In the last one, we canceled the y because they were opposite. We had a plus 4y and a minus 4y. But these ones, they don't cancel. If you look at the x's, this is a positive 2x and a negative 2x. So these are going to cancel. So when we add these equations together, they cancel. And now we have to do the y's. So negative y, that's really negative 1y, minus 3y, that becomes minus 4y. And these actually cancel too, that's a coincidence. But 12 plus a negative 12 is 0. Now I want to solve for y, so I divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4, y equals 0. All right, good, good, good. Now we need to plug this into either of these equations, whatever one you want. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. Bam, I like the first one first. So 2x minus y equals 12. So y is 0. I'm going to plug that in. 2x minus y equals 12. Y is 0. Put it right there. 2x minus 0 equals 12. This is going to just be nothing because it's 0. So I have 2x equals 12. And to get x by itself, I divide by 2. Divide by 2. X equals 6. Bam, bam. And our answer, the x comes first. 6 is 0. All right, let's do number 3. Number 3. So we've got two linear equations. Let's see, they're all lined up. Yep. What cancels out? So this is x, that's negative 6x. They're not opposite. 2y, 2y. Ooh, are those going to cancel? Well, if you look at this one over here, this was a positive and that's a negative. These are both positive. They're the same. So those actually won't cancel out. So I'm going to show you some magic. I might even call it mathemagic. So watch what I'm going to do here. Put a little bracket. Yep. I'm going to multiply by negative 1. And let's see what happens. Negative 1 times negative 6x becomes 6x. Negative 1 times 2y becomes minus 2y. And negative 1 times negative 10 becomes a positive 10. All right, so when you do this, you got to make sure you multiply it by all three terms. Not just these two, all three. Now I'm going to rewrite the first equation. We have x plus 2y equals 4. So now these two will cancel. This one's a negative 2y and a plus 2y. At the beginning, they were both plus 2y. So those cancel. And I add these together. 6x and x will be 7x. 10 plus 4, 14. To get x by itself, I divide by 7. Divide by 7. That cancels. X equals 2. Bam. Now I need to plug this into either of these equations. Doesn't matter which one, the first or the second one. I think the first one looks easier, so I'll do that one. So we have x plus 2y equals 4. X is 2, so 2 plus 2y equals 4. I'll subtract 2 from both sides. That cancels. 2y equals 4 minus 2. That's 2. Then I divide by 2. Divide by 2. Cancels. Y equals 1. So my answer, remember x comes first, 2, 1. Bam, done. Man, I love me some Snapchat. Alright, so let's look at number 4. So we need something to cancel out, right? I'm looking, these don't cancel, these don't cancel, those don't cancel. So I need to get creative, and sometimes when you do this, you that cancels. I have 4x equals 32. Divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals 8. Alright, so x is 8, y is 8. So my answer will be 8, comma 8. X is 8, y is 8. Bam. This is much better than substitution, isn't it? I think it can be much, much easier. Number 5, let's go. So this one, let's take a look. Everything's lined up. X's, Y's, equal sign, constants, all lined up. Now, does anything cancel? I'm looking at it, no. This number 4, right? I just multiplied the bottom one by -2, and those canceled. I don't think, right? Is there a number I can multiply 6 by that will equal 9? Not a whole number, of a decimal maybe. Or is there a number I can multiply 2 by to equal 13? Again, a decimal, not a whole number, and that will get really ugly. So what we're going to have to do is get real creative and multiply the top and the bottom by a number. So if I'm looking, I'm like, okay, is there one of these on the top and the bottom that I can multiply that will have the same number? All right, so like, let's see here. I know 9 times 2 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. So I can get 18s on both of them. So what I'm going to do is multiply the top one by 2 and the bottom one, because 9 times 2 is 18, this needs to be -18. So 6 times 3 is 18, so I'll multiply the bottom by -3. Alright, so let me write these out. 2 times 9x, that is 18x. 2 times 2y, that is 4y. And 2 times 39, that will be 78. All right, so the first one we just did. Now let's do the second one. Negative 3 times 6x, that's negative 18x. Okay, we want that to cancel, good. Negative 3 times 13y, that's going to be a minus 39y. And negative 3 times negative 9, that becomes positive 27. So I changed both equations and now I'm going to add them together. Those cancel. Let's see here. 4 minus 39, that's going to be negative 35y. 78 plus 27, that equals 105. Now to get y by itself, I divide by negative 35, divide by negative 35. That cancels, and y equals negative 3. 105 divided by negative 35 is negative 3. All right, not so bad, not so bad. So let's plug this into either of these original equations. Doesn't matter. I'll do the first one. So we have 9x plus 2y equals 39. Y is negative 3. So 9 times negative 3. Oop, that was 9x. My bad. 9x plus 2 times negative 3 equals 39. 9x, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 equals 39. Then I'll do plus 6, plus 6. That cancels. 9x equals 45. And I divide by 9, divide by 9. Cancels. X equals 45 divided by 9 is 5. Bam, boom, boom, pow. So this answer is going to be x is 5 and y is negative 3. All right, but we did it. We got it. And you might be thinking about this example like, hey, that's kind of tough. How am I going to know what to multiply the top equation and the bottom equation by? Well, sometimes you just got to think and multiply until you get things that cancel. Or you could always take this first coefficient, which is 9, multiply the bottom one by 9, make it a negative 9, and the top by 6. So whatever the top one is, you multiply that on the bottom, and the bottom, you multiply that on the top. It will work that way because you'd have 54x, 6 times 9, and negative 54x, negative 9 times 6. You can do it. The only problem is that I don't want to work with the 54. That number is too big. So that's it. You did it. Congratulations. All right, so we did solving systems by graphing, by substitution, and now elimination. So this is great. Good luck with the packet. Good luck on the mastery check. Darkus out.